As a teacher, I worked with many different students, and I often found myself wondering why some students met their target grades, but others didn't. Over time, I worked out what the successful students were doing that helped them to do so well. And so in this video, I've broken it down into 5 steps that you can follow to get the best marks possible. So let's get started. If you're new here, welcome to BioSmash. I'm Jo. I'm a science teacher and a clinical scientist. So, if you want to smash your exams, the first thing you need to do is start today. It might be that you've got weeks or even months until your exams start, and you might find yourself thinking, well, what's the point of starting now? However, learning is like building with bricks. Every day we build upon the skills, knowledge, and understanding that we have from the day before. I recently read a book that explained this really well. If you want to read it, it's called Outliers, and it's by someone called Malcolm Gladwell. Malcolm Gladwell examined many different examples and tried to work out why some people are so successful. In the end, he decided that the key to becoming an expert in any field is to practice for as many hours as possible. One example that he talks about in his book is Mozart. You may know that Mozart was a famous composer. By his early 20s, Mozart was already composing many of his greatest works, which leads people to assume that he was just incredibly gifted and naturally talented. However, if we travel back in time and look at Mozart's early life, we start to uncover another reason why he may have been so successful. It appears that Mozart started to compose music around the age of 5, and these early compositions were nowhere near as good as the ones that became his greatest works in his early 20s. And one of the reasons that 5-year-old Mozart was able to compose music was that from a very, very early age, his father had trained him intensively in how to play music, particularly the piano and the violin. Because Mozart had this early training that other children his age didn't have, this meant that by the age of 5, he was able to start to think about composing music. And because Mozart started to play around with composing music back when he was 5 years old, by the time he'd reached his early 20s, he'd had years and years of intense practice and improvement, meaning that his skills had developed vastly and he was able to compose some amazing work. It's a similar story with Olympic athletes. If you're going to compete in the Olympics as a swimmer, you can't just turn up and swim the race. You need to practice and train for many years before then. Professional footballers also seem to have amazing football skills, but if you travel back in time, you will see that each of them spent many, many, many hours training and practicing and developing their skills from an early age. So, if you want to smash your exams, it's important to start now because every day that you spend preparing and developing your skills, knowledge, and understanding is another brick in your tower. And it's these bricks that will put you ahead of many other people, helping you to score the highest grades. Now, if you really want to get the best marks you can, I recommend that you do the bits that you don't like first. When you're revising and preparing for exams, you need to understand lots of different topics and you need to develop lots of key skills. For example, in science, you need to understand the topics, but you also need to be able to do calculations and interpret graphs. When I was revising and I couldn't really be bothered to do it, I always found that I was tempted to revise my favourite topics because it was doing these that I boosted my confidence, felt that I could do it, and felt good afterwards. However, if we don't spend time developing all of the key skills, knowledge, and understanding, we'll be missing some of the key bricks. And this means that our tower or our grades can't reach the highest point possible. Imagine our swimmer is really good at butterfly stroke but struggles with diving. He decides to spend lots and lots of time improving his diving by practicing and practicing. This has a much greater impact on improving his swimming times than if he had spent lots and lots of time practicing his stroke, something he was already good at. So, work out which topics and skills you struggle most with and spend time early on working on these. If you can make improvements in these areas, it will have a much bigger impact on improving your overall grade than practicing the topics you're already confident in. On my channel, BioSmash, I spend lots of time making videos on lots of different topics from biology and chemistry. So you can use these to revise the topics you're finding more difficult. And if there's something that's not covered in my videos, leave me a comment and I'll make one. If you're finding this video helpful, it might be good to click subscribe. It'll help you find my other videos. Now that we've committed to steps 1 and 2, we need to make a plan. If you're an athlete in training, you will need a training plan. The same is true if you're preparing for exams. You need a plan of attack. One of my students needed to improve her grade to get into university. She wrote the best training plan I've ever seen. She listed all of the days she had until her exams. She then made a note of any days that she was busy and would be unable to do any revision. Then she allocated particular topics to each day so that she knew she had to revise this topic on this day to cover all of the topics needed. Each day she made sure she revised the necessary topic and ticked it off once she understood it. If there was a day when her plans changed and she missed a particular topic, she knew she needed to add that topic to another day, otherwise she wouldn't have covered all of the topics by the time her exams came round. She worked so hard to make sure she covered all of the topics that by the time she did her final exam, her grade improved by 2 whole grades. It's really helpful if you can make yourself a checklist of all the different things you need to know for a particular topic or exam. If you need some help with this so that you can tick the different topics off, you could ask your teacher for a copy of the syllabus or look at the contents page of the revision guide or textbook. And remember, when it comes to biology and chemistry topics, you could always watch one of my videos as a starting point for that particular topic. Give this video a thumbs up if you intend to try out at least one of the steps covered so far. Once you've decided what topic you're studying on a particular day, it's important that you use your time wisely and study actively. Some students spend a lot of time copying out their notes into beautiful revision notes, but this is time consuming and will take up most of the time you've set aside to study. And unfortunately, just copying out notes doesn't really test your knowledge and understanding. It's important to use your study time to fill your brain with all of the information you need for the exam in an organised way that makes sense to you. And it's easier to achieve this if you use the study time to organise the information and make sure that you understand it. There are lots of different techniques you can use. Some people are very visual and find it helpful to draw diagrams to summarise the key information. Then they can memorise these diagrams and picture them in exams. Some people pick out key facts and key words that they need to know for the exam and write them on post-it notes that they put around their room so that they see them regularly and can test themselves. Another effective technique is to make a list of all the keywords and definitions that you need for your exam and keep testing yourself on them until you know them all off by heart. If you like working with other people, you could ask a friend or a family member to test you and see how much you remembered. Or you can test yourself. After watching a video on a topic or reading about it, cover up your notes and write down everything you can remember about that topic. Then check back and work out anything you've missed and keep repeating this until you get it all. Many of the videos on my channel have little quizzes at the end so you can test yourself and check how well you've understood that topic. I recommend that you start by giving all of these ideas a go and then choose the ones that seem to work best for you. And once you've done all of those things, the final step is to practice applying your new skills and knowledge. If we think about our Olympic swimmer, before he takes part in the Olympics, he will compete in many other swimming competitions, doing many practice races. The same is true for football teams. They play friendly matches to practice before they go and compete in the big tournaments. So, if your course is going to assess you by making you do an exam, it's important you have lots of practice of doing exams before the real one comes around. This will help you to maximise your skills and get the best grades possible. You can usually find previous exam papers online. Ask your teacher which exam board you're working on and then go on their website and have a look. I'd recommend you print off some of the papers. The front of the exam usually tells you how long the exam will take, so sit yourself down somewhere silent and start a timer for that length of time. Without stopping or looking at your notes, answer all of the exam questions that you can. If you're not sure, have a guess. Once the time is up, or once you can't answer any more questions, then get your notes out and look back over your answers and try and improve them by using your notes to help. Finally, when you can't improve your answers anymore, it's time to mark them. So go back on the exam board's website and find the mark scheme. Then mark your exam question answers, being very strict and making sure that you follow all of the points in the mark scheme. So there you are, 5 key steps that you can follow to improve your grades. If you follow them all and keep following them, I guarantee your grades will improve. I hope you found the ideas in this video helpful. Here are some videos that you could start watching today. And if you're studying science, I hope to see you again soon.